Ladies and gentlemen, we're back with the F&G show over a glass of wine. And we're not doing movie trailers this time. Today we're going to do politics.
His favorite.
Politics. Well, I'm sure by now many of you have heard that the draft Supreme Court decision on overturning Roe v. Wade was leaked by one of the staffers, one of the Supreme Court justices' staffers. Nobody knows who this person is. Their name has been kept secret, has not been told. They know who had done it, but they won't tell nobody why they did it and the purpose they did it. So in this video, we're going to watch a little bit of video and we're going to postulate and use a little hyperbole here to determine why we think the story was leaked and why did they leak the decision. Let's watch a little bit.
Both sides have come to make a stand at the foot of the US Supreme Court, the highest court in the land, whose very purpose is to protect their rights and uphold the Constitution, yet which now stands accused of stripping those rights away. America has woken up to a new reality today, where a woman's ability to have an abortion in place for the past 50 years is set to no longer be a constitutional right and taken away by the very institution that enshrined those rights in the first place.
And I just pray for those in our nation who've chosen abortion, Lord God.
Getting rid of Roe has been the ambition of conservative America for decades, and today it looks like they finally got their way.
Someone oppose abortion because it kills babies.
We're all coming together to say that human rights should belong to all human beings, born or unborn.
What about the rights of women who want to choose to do with their body what they want to do?
Committing violence against a human being, an
Is that how you see it?
Yes.
Okay. So, I'm going to interrupt right here. He first said committing violence against human beings is a crime. Well, what about all the violence that's being committed by the police forces across this country on human beings, shooting them in the back? Nobody's having protest about that as far as the police force doing these things. And then the man in New York went and shot everybody up. And the policeman gave him a nice little arrest. Didn't beat him, didn't hit him. But, I don't get these people. But let's continue.
Abortion objectively is violence against a human being.
When Roe is no longer protected, that doesn't mean abortion is going to stop happening. It means safe abortions will stop happening. And we all know the cost of that.
Good evening. In a landmark ruling, the Supreme Court today legalized abortions.
A woman's right to choose was enshrined in a historic ruling, Roe versus Wade, nearly 50 years ago.
I am pro-life, and I will be appointing pro-life judges.
As a candidate, Donald Trump promised to nominate conservative judges. As president, he did exactly that, giving the court a conservative majority. And last year, they agreed to hear a case that sought to ban the procedure after 15 weeks. They were expected to uphold that ban, but in a draft version of its decision leaked last night, the justices have gone much further. The Constitution, it said, makes no reference to abortion, and no such right is implicitly protected by any constitutional provision. As a result, Roe, the draft said, must be overruled.
If they're going to be so literal in their translation, be prepared, because this culture war is going to take us beyond abortion. It's going to take us into family planning. The rights of those who are LGBTQ and certainly gay marriage are all at stake in this culture war that the Supreme Court is pushing on the American people now.
My body, my choice! My body, my choice!
The court's final decision is expected in July, but if this draft remains unchanged, American states will be allowed to ban abortion, raising the prospect that women in 2022 will have...
Says Catholics support abortion access.
Yes.
fewer rights than their mothers.
So, my question to you, my friend, who do you think leaked it and why?
I really don't know who have. I think if I had to say who leaked it, I think it was somebody just wanting to cause a big stir.
A political uprising.
Yeah, just to get it going, man, and make it harder for them to flip it, or bring more awareness to make it easier to flip it. Either way, but I was thinking about it, and conspiracy theorists be all over the place. And the one thing, and probably the only thing that I thought about is they were saying how, I think we talked about before, how with all these abortions, they seeing how, it used to be white America.
I was going to go there.
And then as time goes, their numbers are starting to come down.
Mm-hmm.
And the others, which I'll say brown folks and others, their numbers are going up, even and going up, but they're not really going down because there's so many more.
Mm-hmm.
So when that balance flips, and the minority
will be, the whites will be minority.
Yeah, when
and all the other browning of America will be. That's what's really going on.
Majorities just start disappearing. They're gonna have something they have to deal with.
Yeah, they're gonna change that.
One theorist was, well, if we stop that and let these abortions go, that side we can keep up with everything else. Because just like China, they saying they have billions of people over there and stuff, but now they got that one child law that they had over there for years, but now they see their numbers starting to come down.
Yeah.
And so they're like, ooh.
They ain't got no young people over there. They all old, so.
So they're thinking, oh, we got to do something about that. So it's all,
well, here's what's going to happen if they overturn it, and it sounds like they are. Rich white people will still get abortions, no matter what you say, even if you make it illegal. Because people who have money and access will always be able to get an abortion. That's what, even when abortion was illegal the first time before they changed it, rich white people were able to get their abortions. Poor people were not. So if they think this is going to change anything, it's not. People are going to still get abortions no matter what.
Just like that young lady was saying, they're still going to get it. It's just not going to be healthy abortions.
No, they may end up dying in the process in back alleys getting abortions, and so we'll have a lot more dead people in alleys across the country. Or people would just go to states where it is still legal and move out of the states where they are who can afford it, and then those who can't. But there's another conspiracy theory I think is going on here. And y'all may think this is crazy, but they want to outlaw abortion so that they would have more people of color for the prison system. That way, when poor people have babies, you can have the prison to pipeline, or birth prison to pipeline, school to prison pipeline, still fill the prisons. That's one of the reasons why they want to make abortion illegal, so they can have more people of color to lock up and maybe to shoot. And one of the other reasons probably is because our numbers are not dwindling enough. Coronavirus didn't wipe us out. Slavery didn't wipe us out. And all the other diseases and stuff are not wiping us out. And so they got to figure out a way to even the odds. So apparently it looks like more white women are getting abortions, and it's affecting the numbers, right?
Yeah, a lot of conspiracy theorists out there. And I'm sure we're going to hear some more as time goes by.
Yes, I'm sure we will. But it's not going to be pretty.
When are they going to drop this?
The decision is going to drop at the end of June or the 1st of July. And watch out, ladies and gentlemen. America is not going to be a pretty place to live in. Not at all.
Well,
and these conservative, I don't know what you want to call them, these conservative politicalites, they are dangerous people. Now, personally, I don't agree with abortion, personally. But it's not upon me to push my belief system on somebody else who doesn't have the same belief system as me. So I don't have a right to tell somebody else what to do.
Yeah, my thing is, it's your body, it's your choice.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, had you asked me in the 70s, 80s, when you talking about, gays and lesbians, I was, thinking different along those lines because it was something new. Well, not something new, but something that was being brought to light. It's been around forever.
Yeah, been around forever. Yeah,
but it's been brought to light, and everybody's like, "Ooh, man, the things you don't understand, you kind of shun away from." But then once you understand the background of these things, then I'm like, "Hey, if this is what makes you happy, this is how makes you want to live longer and not take your life, then perhaps there's some validity in it. So go ahead and take matters into your hand to." Transition, if it were, or if you feel, hey, I need an abortion, it's your body, it's your life. You're not affecting anybody else by your decisions.
No,
I think there are a lot of them saying that the decision I make on my body, sort of like when they talk about voting. Big thing, like in the a few years back, they were like, if you were black and you didn't vote, black people would get on you. Why aren't you voting? People die for you to vote. But hey, it's up to me if I want to vote or not.
Yeah,
don't get mad at me because I don't want to vote. Maybe I don't like who's running. Maybe I don't care who's running. Maybe I don't care what the rules go. I'm just gonna follow along whatever happens. But it's the same thing. People will get on black folks who not voting because they had the right to vote. It's the same. So I look at it all like that. It's your decision,
right,
to do what it is you want to do, and let the chips fall where they may.
Yeah, it's going to be an ugly situation if they overturn it. Right now, John Roberts and Clarence Thomas are in a fight with each other. And but in the end, I want to say this. The Supreme Court has no legitimacy in my mind anymore. They are corrupt. They are nothing more than a political organization. And until they change the Supreme Court and add more justices on the Supreme Court to balance things out, the Supreme Court is nothing more than an illegitimate institution that has no respect from me anymore. And a lot of people feel that way because of their fickleness and their stupidity.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. My opinion, Frank's opinion. You all have your opinion.
And you're going to find out in June, the end of June, the 1st of July. And we're going to see what's going to happen.
So if you agree or disagree with what we have and what we said.
Comment, dislike on the F&G show over a glass of wine.
You won't be offended.